Hello and welcome back to another edition of Alternative Programming. Last time on this show, we talked about my Tetris retrospective while we were playing some Tetris or some Tetrio in the background. And in this episode, we're going to be doing the last franchise that I can retrospect on, that being the Gran Turismo series, which that's our gameplay in the background. I'm going to be playing some Gran Turismo Sport Online Daily Race. This is the Daily Race B. We're going to be racing at Interlagos today. I got this, the gameplay I got is last Monday, a few hours right after the daily races rotated. Could have easily went with last week's daily races where I was at Lago Majeur, fictional track that could easily be built in real life. It should be built in real life. I'm with Super GT when he says that. And so, I'll be driving the Porsche 911. A lot of the players in this lobby, they elected to go with the Peugeot RCZ, some other cars as well that are decent options as well, but that was the main brand that everybody went for in this race. Gotta say that car is a very good car for me back in the last time I played this for this show in the Nürburgring. But to begin my franchise retrospective on the Gran Turismo series, I want to say we go back to maybe when I was a kid, whenever my mom would take me to some of her friends' house. Their friends would have PlayStations, and I believe they would have Gran Turismo 1 or 2 on the PlayStation 1s, and I would briefly play them. Didn't really think too much about those games at the time. Just thought they're those attempt at a simulator game in the early 2000s, well, for the PS1 sakes, late 90s, which graphics weren't all there at the time for a simulator game, but here in the year when Gran Turismo Sport came out, 2017, we're at that point. We got ourselves a near one-to-one experience when it comes to sim racing. And so we're going to carry ourselves into the year 2019 holiday season. That's when I would pick up this game. It was around that time, several months after I picked up my Logitech G29 wheel. I think I got that maybe the May of 2019 as well. So during the holidays, I needed some more games to be able to use my G29 wheel on. And I just so happened to see this game on the shelves on sale at GameStop for only $12. How could I resist not to pass on that offer? So I picked this game up for $12, and I gotta say, I really enjoy this game. I like the sounds, the menus, everything about this game, presentation wise especially, is top notch. And honestly, this game's a steal if you were to buy it at $12. And there you have it. I would have to play this game with a controller. I didn't want to play this game with the G29 wheel just yet. I needed to get a custom seat, well, just a racing rig to go along with the wheel, so I can use the G29 wheel more comfortably. And so I had to play my first few hours of this game with the controller, just to get used to the tracks and the way the cars, now the game mechanics function. And by the time I got my racing rig last year in May, that's when I finally got myself into playing some online daily races. My first daily race on Gran Turismo Sport, it was a daily race B around Barcelona, Catalunya. And it was with the Group 3 cars, and I had some good times there. I believe I had a few good, decent results, and then eventually I got a top 3. But then it didn't take me until maybe the next week, where we come to this very track, Interlagos, where I got my very first win in a daily race. It was also a daily race B with the Group 3 cars. And I want to say I did use, I think I used a Porsche 911 for that race also. So it comes full circle here. We're at this very same track with the very same car combo, and I'm still in the BS rated lobbies. Briefly, I did get to AS ranking, but the daily race is right after the Nürburgring GP for daily race C. That's when my rating plummeted. Just couldn't adapt to racing on other tracks besides Nürburgring, the GP loop. But that comes to an end, a quick end to my retrospective on the Gran Turismo series. It's kind of an ongoing retrospective experience with the series because this upcoming March of next year, Gran Turismo 7 is going to be coming out, thanks to that information being dropped on us in the trailer that we had for Gran Turismo 7 during the PlayStation presentation, where they were showing off some games that are going to be dropped for their Sony fan base this upcoming holiday. Gran Turismo won't be a part of that holiday lineup, as it'll be saved for the latter end, like the last week of winter. But looking at it more, it's the springtime, March 2022. I'm very much excited. I still stand by if I did say this on recording or not, but the number one thing Gran Turismo 7 needs to nail is the amount of track selections that we get. I'm fine with the facilities having the same facilities, just having different track layouts. That's fine. Just give us whatever it takes, as many tracks as you can have in the game, because that's where all the replay values is going to go. Is if you're able to have multiple tracks and be able to race on all of them. Cars are great, but you can only get so much replay value out of trying to drive every track with every different car. But so long as we get the cars, that's cool. But I'm more interested in what tracks get brought back. I'm already excited that Daytona's coming back to Gran Turismo 7. I hope that more American tracks come back as well, like Indianapolis, maybe introduce to Charlotte, Roval. You know, this is some rinse and repeat stuff that I mentioned back in the last time we were playing Gran Turismo for alternative programming. And that's all I really got for anything Gran Turismo related that I wanted to talk about. The rest of this this video, I want to talk about the gameplay. So yeah, as I said, we're driving the 911 Porsche, battling all these Peugeot RCZs, just like the ones we just passed. And that's for the lead. Coming to the second to last lap. I was on pole for this race, but at this time I just wanted to find a good result, because there's times where I started third, but ended up hashing a corner, spinning out, and then ended up finishing like 15th or 16th. Just bad results that, you know, I was just finding ways to not get the results that I should be getting. And so we just went by that corner. That's been my big bugaboo my entire time at Interlagos, or any session or in any race here at Interlagos. I always don't like that corner. I mess up the corner, and that just means that I just have a big momentum loss. Those three cars go by me, including Young Lion, made an aggressive move, bumped me out of the way. Sean's gonna do the same thing to him, and he's gonna drive right into me. I have none of it. I have to spin him out, because I didn't want my tires to point towards the right. I needed to keep them pointing straight. That way I don't spin out. And so by doing so, I had to spin out Young Lion there. It's either going to be me or him in that situation. And then he was making some aggressive moves. He bumped a few drivers out the way, including Sean. And then Sean returned the favor. Then Young Lion, who was kind of veering his car into mine right before I spun him out. So he was using up quite a lot of room there, and he used up too much room, and that's how I got into him. I held my line as much as I could, but after looking at some replays several times, then came to the conclusion that Young Lion drove into me and caused himself to spin out. Well, I helped him finish the spin out by just being there, and he spun out. Anyways, final lap here. At this point of the race, I'm still thinking about the spin out, and I'm like, okay, I've had enough eventful moments in this race, because at this point I just want to finish the race where I'm at, because it means the best result that I've had this entire play session, and just this entire play session. I didn't get a good one, any good races at Lego Major, and the races right before it. As I said, it was just spinning out constantly, and this appears to be the one race finally where I would get a good result. No spin outs, and on top of that, we're going to be finishing in the top 3. Might not have won the race after starting on pole, but at this complexion, we'll take whatever we can get. We're going to be following Sean to the checkered flag here, and we're going to be capping things off for this race. And I had to ready myself here. I got to activate my DS4 and go at it in the text chat for the lobby post race. Not that young line, the guy spun out. He was upset that he got spun out. Well, that's spoilers for what's going to happen in the chat. But more so, I just wanted to get out my DS4 to quickly message Sean and everybody that was racing around a good race. Thank you for taking it easy on me, and I wasn't continuing to try and find a decent race. I found it here, and that was that. And then I guess Young Lion, you knew what happened there with the incident. So nothing involving me that he messaged about. And so that's gonna do it for this edition of Alternative Programming. I don't have any more retrospectives of franchises that I can cover. Gran Turismo, that's the last one. And so we're gonna be having looser commentaries starting next week, which I'll try to get to you guys tomorrow, since it'll be a makeup day for not having one last week. In that episode, I'm going to be playing through Call of Duty Black Ops 3, the Zombies mode. We're going to be playing on the map Origins. Essentially going to do a supercut walkthrough of me completing that map's Easter egg, and that'll take me a good 3 episodes to tackle through. So look forward to that. Thank you for watching this edition of Alternative Programming, Gran Turismo, my franchise retrospective on that. Have yourselves a good day. I'll catch you next time.